quick download. God wouldn't put a mission on you or for you that wasn't for you, that, you know, like you couldn't handle. There were a lot of days that it wasn't so much the responsibility of being mom, and it's crazy because, like, even if I was tired, I still get up. There's been a few days where I didn't want to face the day, but like there's so much of I don't know if that comes with being mom or whatever, but like that goes hand in hand with this, that it's like, you know, God will reset you every single time, and he's teaching you this new way of being that you can. And another part, at least for me, has been like, you know, when it's like things are overwhelming, it's like God's like, all right, well, give it to me. Like, I don't know. That's kind of how like my relationship is with him. Is it's very much like a best friend, but also like a bossy friend a little bit, like, so like that, you know, because it's not like there's no people pleasing or anything. It's just like straight up like, okay, then let it go. Okay, give me some. Okay, like whatever, you know? So, and the other part is that like God knows your heart, and that's something that really helps me because like I didn't realize the ways in which I was still self-sabotaging, and as I'm like letting my workout go too long, which is another one that I'm bad about. I didn't know couldn't see some of the ways I was self-sabotaging, and that I was still just, I don't know how much I was like not doing what I was supposed to be, but I just wasn't like focused on God and like on like what he wanted for me for when I was like talking to other people and hanging out in my mom's house, and like other people being in my ear and stuff like that. And so I just wasn't as focused on, and I was self-sabotaging some. So I didn't know it was going to be this long. I mean, you don't know. So it's like, there's been things that have been extremely hard, like feeling like I can't do it all myself. And so many days of saying that to myself, and so many days, and then my self-esteem being hit really, really hard. Like I know that I have this natural confidence about me, and like I like to jump into new things, and I like to like challenge myself and stuff. But there have been a lot of things with this that it's like, I just have felt worthless, and just felt like maybe I don't deserve anything better. Maybe I'm not supposed to be, maybe, you know, you go through a lot of doubt, and you go through a lot of, it's whatever your shadow work is. But like, that's what and then, you know, when God's like, you know, like for me, my anger is another one of them. And like, that's when I'm like showing up in my fullness and stuff. It's like, I'm not holding back. And like, that's another part to it, is it's like, you just start to accept things as they are. And that it's like, I would rather God clear out everybody that wants to just judge me or talk about me behind my back, or people please, or not be genuine and not be honest. I don't want them around me, respectfully. I don't want that. I can't handle any more crap, any more like struggle or like, for, you know. And then I'm like, plus you're just so driven to like find, then you've been on your own so long, you're like, yeah, I only want Soul Tribe. Like, I only want people that are genuine. And so it's like, if I have to truck it alone, okay. And it's like, and I don't want to feel, then you've worked so hard to love yourself again when there was nobody else here, that you're like, yeah, I don't want to be around people that think I'm too much or something, or whatever it is, whatever aspect it is. And I was going to say, God knows your heart, because it's like, I think about that with my life, and I'm like, God would never have put me in a situation to be isolated as a single mom. Like, when I think about that with God, I'm like, I know God loves me. I know he wants to protect me. Like, I know he's not the reason that there's strife. Like, I know he's not the reason that there's strife in the world. That's hard, because it's like, he does, you know, we do go through all these struggles and stuff like that. But it's like, I know that's not God. I know that he's not trying to put me in a situation that's more trouble than it's worth. It's always some aspect of me. It's always self-work that I need to do to be able to shift myself, because we've had a shelter. We've been protected. There were some crazy stuff. There was some craziness of like not having enough and stuff that was really intense. But it was like, there were things about it that haven't even put it all together yet of why I needed to move through that. And a lot of it is mental, because like I said, like once you are realizing like, okay, this is, because I'm that type, I guess, that I like want to carry it all and do it all on my own, hyper independence. And that's one of the things that I've had to be broken down. So that's what you start to see is it's like, it sucks. It's painful. It's terrifying. Sometimes it's like, I don't like to use the word terrifying. I don't want to scare people, but it's like, it's rough because our ego is just so solidified in that identity that I'm like, okay, I'm hyper independent. Like that's me. And I just take everything on and I overgive. And God's like, that's not going to fly anymore. Like you can't do that going forward, because I need you to be doing this, this, and this. So that's how I see it now, is it's like, I don't have the answers to fill in those blanks, but it's like, I understand now that it's like, if I'm taking on worrying and overthinking and having panic attacks and stuff, I can't take on something that got some mission, some other thing, leading other people or holding space for other people, if I'm carrying all of that every day. So you just start to see how it's like, God's like, no, that's not the way anymore. It's let go, release, take care of yourself, love yourself, enjoy your day, just like slow it all the way down and just love yourself and have this crazy and beautiful self-care, so that you can teach other people the same thing, that they don't need to take on bite off more than they can chew. Cause yeah, I'm having to like, I'm relearning now, like how to be like how to be bit more, stern with my kid. Like there've been many times, it's not like this is the first time that I've had to like enforce boundaries with him, but it's like, I know my kid, but I mean, not, he, more than anybody else, because I'm with him the most. So it's like, I know he's mercurial. I know he doesn't talk a lot, but he'll try to get away with stuff if he can sometimes. So it's like, sometimes I have to be very like forthright or like get a little bit aggressive. And it's like, other people are going to see that in a moment and judge you and whatever. And so that's what I mean, is it's like, you just start to see how it's like, God's going to continue to have this like shield around you, and that because it's like he wants you and he needs you to be on mission. He needs you to be doing certain things, even if we can't foresee that or understand the bigger picture. And I know when I come back, I want that. I know that I want to be on mission. I know I want what God wants for me. I know I sure as hell don't want like what my family wanted and like what these other people. That's what I mean. You just start to see how you're like, I don't know why it's the way it is, or, if I don't think that everyone is narcissistic or anything like that. But you just are like, all right, like this is how it goes. Like, and plus I'm like, I'm kookier now and stuff too. Like, I mean, but I like it. Like, I mean, if you don't like it, that's cool. But like, I don't want you to like give me a hard time about it. Like, it's hard enough trucking it on my own. Like, I just want to be around people that want to pump me up, like that's just how you start to shift in that way. And that the more that you can like let go of the amount of responsibility that you're holding and like give yourself what you give yourself. Oh, this is really, okay, this really hits for me. So I hope this touches somebody else. It's like, ask yourself what you need in that moment. And the more that you can do that, the more that you can get in touch with those parts of you and love yourself in that way. Because that's how we're also teaching other people. And then the same thing, then you can teach other people however that works for you. That it's like, it was actually that I was missing this and this. Like, that's always what happens for me, is it's like, I get all crazy. I get all like worked up about something, or I'm overthinking or something. And it's always another need that's not being met. And sometimes it's just, I need to let go. I need to sit the fuck down and meditate or come back to my breath. Like, sometimes it's something simple. It's not like I have to jump in my car and go somewhere. It's not an escape. That's the difference too, is it's like, it's figuring out what the need is, and then coming back to more of a neutral ground so that my mind is calm again, so I can think productively or try to find some focus again, or do something that you want to do so that you get some dopamine, because like that's something that's so crazy. And I'm going to end it here, but like it's so crazy how you forget, how you notice all this stuff when you're on your own, because you're like, okay, like there's nobody here to talk to about some shit that I'm going through. There's nobody here to like give me a dopamine boost. There's nobody here to like be this entertainment for me in this moment, or like whatever those things are that you used to get from people. But when you don't have that, or to be to give you resources, to give you gifts, like whatever it is, so you're figuring out as well through that on your own, how to meet those needs. And then that just creates this bond with yourself and with God that's just that keeps you going. That helps you to keep pressing forward of like, no, I know this is what I want now, and I don't want to go back to being addicted to stuff. I don't want to go back to codependency. I don't want to go back to people who didn't care about me. All right. I love y'all. You got this.